So let's now talk about what if we want to do a molecular formula. So let's go back up here and compare molecular and empirical. Empirical formula is just a ratio, smallest whole number ratio of the atoms. And the molecular formula is the actual number, okay? So we're kind of going to use the empirical formula to find the molecular, but that's the difference between the two. So when you're finding molecular, step one is to do everything that we just did, all of this, okay? Find the empirical formula. And so step two is going to be find the mass of the empirical formula. So if we did that up here, we would find the mass of 1 chromium plus 3 chlorines together, and that would give you the mass of the whole thing, okay? That's step two. This is the same way as finding the molar mass of a compound right here. All right, step three is divide. This is where it kind of gets tricky, but just gonna use common sense. It says divide the given or the experimental, okay, the number they give you, that molar mass with the empirical, and this will give you how many empiricals are in one molecule. All right, so that doesn't make any sense until we actually look at it. So it says a compound has an empirical formula of NO2. So this is my ratio, 1 to 2, okay? This colorless liquid, the colorless liquid compound used in rocket engine has a molar mass of 92 grams per mole. So the actual molecule weighs 92.0 grams per mole. We know that this molecule is made up of this. We just don't know the actual subscripts. All we know right now is it's a ratio of 1 to 2. 1 nitrogen per 2 oxygens. But we don't know how many nitrogens and how many oxygens are in 92 grams. Okay, so what is the molecular formula for the substance? So step one, find the empirical formula. It was given to you, so you didn't have to do anything. Step two, find the mass of that empirical formula. So since it's 1 nitrogen and 2 oxygens, I'm going to take 1 nitrogen times 14, gives me 14. 2 oxygens, that's that 2 right there, times 16 gives me 32. These numbers, that's the mass off the periodic table. So 14 plus 32 gives me 56 grams per mole. That's how much the empirical formula weighs. Well, the actual formula, the actual molecule, actually has a molar mass of 92.0. So this number is what I was talking about by this given experimental molar mass right here. That's that number. So you just take 92 and divide it by 56. This gives you 2. So what that means is that this molecule, this colorless liquid compound, is actually made up of N2O4, okay? Because this 2 told me that the actual molecule is actually 2 of these empiricals. So you just multiply each subscript by 2. So if the empirical formula is N1O2, then the molecular formula has to be double that. So it's N2O4, okay?